Welcome to the second lecture of our current Coffee and Bite series. My name is Aline Frank. I am a subject librarian for biology at the University Library Bern. Within the next few minutes, I'd like to talk about the Journal of Visualized Experiments, in short JoVE, and how you can use it for your research and teaching in the life sciences. JoVE is a producer of interdisciplinary video materials, so it's videos recorded for science, showing methods and technologies. It was founded in 2006, and by then it grew and forms now the largest scientific video journal worldwide. It's a peer-reviewed journal, so it's indexed also in the large scientific literature databases. And although it was open access at the beginning, it changed to a subscription-based hybrid model in 2009. The collection of videos available online on JoVE grows rapidly. It's about 1,000 new videos per year. And currently we're at more than 13,000 videos that are available online for subscribers. There is open access content, roughly 10% overall. And on average, each video gets 2,000 views. So I guess this depends a lot on when a video was published and what topic it is about. The overall goal of JoVE is to produce videos that improve scientific research and education. And how should videos improve science? Basically, transparency and reproducibility should be enhanced using videos. So you can imagine yourself that using a video, you may be able to easily find how to drive an experiment. And you may see better how things work out when you perform them in the lab. It may help you save time and money in research. So maybe you don't have to travel to another lab in order to learn a new technique. And also it may enhance visibility of research, visibility of your research field, or even of you as a researcher. JoVE videos actually serve two purposes. It's for research and for education. So there's the JoVE video journal that specifically contains experimental videos for research. They contain new methods and technologies. And for the educational part, there is the JoVE Science Education Library, and I guess it's two other sections that contain specific contents for students' courses. At the University of Bern, we have several sections licensed by now. It's actually all sections except of 4. You can see them listed on the left. So these are the research sections of JoVE. You can see it's pretty much multidisciplinary, but still keep in mind it's got a clear focus on biomedical research and lab techniques. So if you are a plant scientist interested in learning a new method in how to work in the field, there's not so much around compared to biomedical stuff. For the open access content, these about 10%, those are contained by videos that are made online, freely available by researchers because they pay for videos being open access. And also JoVE itself adds some open access content, but that content changes from month to month. And also some COVID-19 procedures are made freely available. For the JoVE education section, it's the advanced biology that we license at the moment. And if you're interested in what sections are available to you, you can easily check using this link posted here. The usage of JoVE at the University of Bern increased by the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. You see here total page views across the last 3 years, going back to May 2018. And you see that in April 2020, there was a huge increase in usage. So each bar represents 1 month. And total page views also were very high at the end of last year in fall, and also in February meaning at the beginning of this semester this year. So obviously there was increasing demand for videos used in research and possibly also in online teaching. You access JoVE journal articles online through the publisher's website. It's easy to find resources right there. You can make a broad search. It's not very precise. So for more precise searches, we recommend using a literature database such as Scopus. But still the user interface is great, and it's useful to find the educational videos on the JoVE homepage. As I said, you can use Scopus to be more precise in your search. For example, also Web of Science would work well, or PubMed. And right there you have more filter options, especially when you're interested in open access content. Browsing is the third option I'd recommend. It's easy to access and it represents kind of a virtual shelf for journals. So if you're looking for a specific year or an issue, you can use Browsing. A journal article in JoVE looks like this when you open it online. So you at first see the video. It's prominently placed atop. You can access it as long as we have access or it's open access. And at the right, you see how it's structured. Each video contains several chapters, usually several chapters about methods. One chapter always about representative results, and there's a conclusion in the end. These videos are rather short, approximately 10 minutes long. And each video is then accompanied by a written article. You can access it through the blue button below. And the written article is basically the same as a methodical article in Science. So it's structured with an abstract, the protocol, discussion section. So it's always both a video and the written article with it. As an author, you may want to publish with JoVE or may have thought about. The publication process is actually the same, more or less, as in other journals. You submit your manuscript to the journal. It will go through editorial and peer review. And then, this is the difference to other journals, the video is produced. And usually the video is produced by a professional videographer, a JoVE videographer, who comes to your lab, first writes a script and then films your experiments. You can also do so by yourself, filming. In that case, you have to hand in the video already together with the written manuscript for peer review. And finally, your article and the video will be published and indexed. On the right, you see that there are costs associated with publishing with JoVE. It's about $1,400 for each article. And it's the same whether you publish with a JoVE videographer or whether you produce the video yourself. And for open access, there is another fee, additional $2,500 US. For the education section, I said we have the advanced biology section license, and it is composed of 6 subtopics that you see here. Again, we have a strong focus on the biomedical research, but I guess these videos will be useful for teaching cell biology or microbiology courses. As a lecturer, you can get support from JoVE directly. They have a so-called faculty resource center where they provide information on how to set up courses and remote teaching using JoVE videos. And you can also get personal assistance in finding right videos for your courses. This might be helpful. I didn't try it myself, but it may be worth giving it a try. You can also use and set up your own account. This could help you manage your videos in playlists and also create quizzes if you'd like to for your courses. And finally, there's a blog, the JoVE blog, which contains news and tips and tricks that may be relevant for teaching. To sum up, I listed some pros and cons associated with JoVE. These are summarized from my perspective, but I think it's important to look at both. So it's probably a very good thing to use JoVE videos because they enable you to quickly learn new techniques, to share knowledge with others, especially when you produce your own JoVE video. Altogether, this may save time and money in your research, enhance the reproducibility of experiments, and also enhance visibility of research overall. It may be nice to have a high quality video production that represents and shows your research. And certainly when you teach online courses, videos may be useful to integrate in your courses. On the other hand, there may be some disadvantages. And I think especially on their homepage, JoVE offers only limited search and filter options compared to other scientific literature databases. If you are a lecturer and trying to find videos, it may be difficult to find content that is at exactly the right level for your courses. And as an author, costs have to be kept in mind. It's cost for both, for you as authors and for us as libraries, the so-called double dipping. And as I heard from researchers, also here at Bern University, they get unsolicited submission requests. So they're contacted by JoVE whether they would like to publish within the journal. And sometimes it doesn't fit their field of research. And it's a pretty active strategy that JoVE shows here. So there's even an ongoing debate whether or not JoVE may be seen as kind of a predatory journal. If you're interested in this, you can look it up at academia or ResearchGate. Overall, I think it's both. It's a positive thing to use JoVE, and still you have to keep in mind its limitations. If you think about alternative sources for scientific videos, you may find some in other journals, for example, current protocols. For medical studies, there's the Journal of Medical Insight. Nature Protocols also offers videos on their protocol exchange server. It's a preprint server, so these are not peer-reviewed. And of course, there are others, maybe also other journals in the future that will offer videos. For education, I can recommend to maybe cooperate with the Support Center for ICT-aided teaching and research at the University of Bern, the so-called ILUB. They offer the possibility to come up with interactive teaching videos, so-called flash MOOCs, a really cool thing. And also YouTube channels exist that may be useful for you, and you may know of scientists and other institutions' homepages that offer videos. I thank you for your attention for this coffee lecture, and I'm happy to get your questions.